I'm just going to start that off and I'll be going. We're rolling now, yeah.
So we were just talking about family history and how important these files are for people who want to know more about their own families. I mean, Nick, you have a personal stake in all of this.
Well, I do. I was lucky enough to see the file for 2 young Jewish partisans who helped my father escape. Literally the last 3 or 4 days of his escape, as he was just heading right into the terrific battle that was going on at Anzio. And he met up with these 2 young people, Eugenio, who was only 23, and his sister, who was 19. And they offered to help guide him through to the Allied forces at Anzio. And I mean, you can imagine there was a pitched battle going on. They had to crawl through minefields on their hands and knees. And just as they were getting through the German minefields, the boy was shot by a German patrol, Eugenio. He died. And my father persuaded his sister, Sylvia, to keep on going and come with them to the Allied lines. And just as they were approaching the Allied lines, an American soldier of the Devil's Brigade, the 1st Special Service Force, opened fire and shot Sylvia, the girl, in the throat. Their mother, who was, of course, horrified, devastated when she heard of their deaths, eventually put in a claim for compensation to the Allied Screening Commission for the compensation for the death of her children. She was entitled to £1,200 for each of them. And the file tells the story of her claim. It tells the story of how the Allied Screening Commission helped find the boy's body in a ditch 2 years after the war had finished. It tells the story of her correspondence with my father about what clothes the boy was wearing so that she could use that description to identify her son's body. And it tells the story of the internal debate within the Allied Screening Commission about how much to give her. Well, you know, she said she wasn't going to claim, first of all, and then, yeah, maybe we'll just give her half. We'll give her half for each of the children, sort of job lot. And it was a bit shocking, that correspondence, all in the file here at the archives. But then she wrote a final letter. She wrote and said, "I'm so grateful to you, Major," whatever his name was, "for your generosity to me and after the loss of my 2 children. And you know, I've decided to give the money to the War Orphans charity." And all that correspondence is in the file.
Amazing.